Basement Bookers Podcast.
I hear voices in my head. It's mine. I talk to you. Let me talk to you. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Basement Bookers Podcast. What's up? It's me, Basement Chair. It's him. You got to say your name.
Rich the Riz.
The most rizzest, baldest man. That's right.
And future basement champion.
Let's not get ahead of yourself here. It's nice to fantasize, you know?
Yeah, right now I have to.
If you'll excuse me, folks, we're trying a new thing where I can hear the stupid things I say, and it's affecting my speech a little bit because I'm not used to this. This is new, but right now it feels like a disaster. But we're going to get through this, right, Rich the Riz?
Absolutely. We've tried shit before. We're trying shit again. And we've gotten through the other side. And here we go.
Yeah. I'm doing this for you, the Basement Bookers Podcast, because I find sometimes when I move the wrong way, things get lower and things like that. So I want to make sure that everything works good. So, yeah. You don't have to worry about that anymore. But you will worry about WrestleMania. If you bought tickets and had to, like, mortgage your home, you know, sell an organ to get things situated over there.
A lot more kidneys on the market, I hear.
Yeah. So if you're in the market, right now is the best time to buy diamond hands, diamond kidneys, diamond hearts, diamond lungs, diamond whatever it is that you can get. Maybe you want like an extra finger, stitch it to the end here. Yeah, I'm not sure, but however you guys want to do it, you can do it. So, enough of that. Nothing being said makes any sense. So, we're going to talk about Monday Night Raw. We're going to talk about some matches. WrestleMania, it's like 14 matches or something. Like, that's a lot of wrestling, isn't that? And that's WrestleMania.
That is, of course, it is 2 nights as we understand it. So 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 announced so far, according to Wikipedia.
That's right. And it's going to be exciting. Rich, what about Monday Night Raw? What about it?
Monday Night Raw, we had more storyline stuff between Finn Balor, Judgment Day, all that. Rhea Ripley, not part of the Judgment Day, but, you know, despite...
Well,
I don't remember who that was that announced that.
A bald-headed stooge. How could you
Bald-headed
forget?
stooge. I knew it was someone that's not used to announcing people.
Well, he, as the general manager, he should know the affiliations of the people under his brand. Like, we make it our business to know that. Why can't he make it his business to know that? Yeah.
Seriously. I kind of wonder if, knowing how the night was going to progress, you know, his catchphrase, "I need a drink," maybe he started partaking early? Allegedly?
Allegedly. Oh, my God. Do you think he went drinking with Michael Cole?
Oh. I saw a little bit of that, like a snippet, and maybe he did. Maybe he did.
I farted. And I have to say that because I heard it. I heard it in the microphone. So if you did, that's in honor of WrestleMania. That's a WrestleMania fart for you for free, along with $2 dollars, two smelly, stinky basement dollars. You see, the hearing myself is driving me crazy. I just seen on my X account that Cody Rhodes issues an apology. What I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen with sound so that the people can hear about it. And I think it's because he sold out. Cody Rhodes sold out. He's a sellout. And let's see if he addresses those rumors. Here we go. Let's go back to the beginning because it kept playing.
I have been informed that I owe some of you an apology. For what? Well, I guess all those villages I raided in Clash of Clans.
Oh,
for leveling a town hall or 2,000. For killing barbarians barbarically. Allegedly. For all
That's
of it,
my line.
I am sorry. Please accept my apology and this gift of my atonement. I didn't mean any of it.
Okay.
I have been informed that I owe some of you an apology.
Well, Cody, you owe me an apology for that. Let me show you what I mean by he sold out.
By the way, when you do this, I can hear myself also.
Oh, because I'm sharing the whole screen.
Yeah.
Now everybody can hear you multiplicably.
It's reception.
All right. What if I mute it so we don't need the sound?
There you go.
You know, now they can only hear one of you. That might be too much. Oh, this. I don't know if this will get copyrighted, but I can play this for you guys. But look at this. Get out of here. Sold out. Right here, evidence of Cody Rhodes being a sellout. You sold out. You sold out before Allen Iverson. You sold out before Brandon Graham and Breece Hall. All right?
I have heard of Allen Iverson.
Oh, interesting.
I think he was on the Pistons for a while. Weird
Really?
things I remember.
Wow. Okay, that's enough of that.
If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I don't know. I never claimed to be a
Do
basketball
we
fan.
want to see the history of Let Me Talk to Yous
Yeah.
from this Twitter user, John Tyler? All right, so it's 1 minute and 9 seconds. And because you would echo, you should probably shut up and watch it. And then after that, you know. All right.
Got it. Don't hear it.
Oh, I muted it. All right, I'm going to try this again. I'm sorry, editor. Me.
Talk to ya.
Let me talk to you.
Let me talk to ya. Let me talk to ya.
Let me talk to you. Let me talk to you. Let me talk to you, everybody.
Let me talk to ya.
Let me talk to you. Let me talk to you.
Let me talk to you.
Let me talk to ya. Let me talk to ya.
Let me talk to you.
Let me talk to ya. Shut up, dummy. I'm talking now. Let me talk to ya.
Let me talk to you. And dummy, hold this microphone up. Let me talk to you.
Let me talk to ya.
Let me talk to you.
Sometimes you really just gotta let me talk to you.
Let me talk to ya.
Let me talk to you.
Let me talk to ya. Let me talk to ya.
Let me talk to you. Let me talk to you. Let me talk to you. And Abyss, let me talk to you. Jesse Goddard. Well, let me talk to you. Mr. Anderson. Let me talk to you, Kenny. Mahabali Shira. Let me talk to you. Robbie E. Well, let me talk to you. Let me talk to you. Let me talk to you. Let me talk to you.
Let me talk to ya.
Let us talk to you.
Oh, I can talk to you now. Yeah.
That was a lot of talk to you. A lot of times I sounded like Hawk Tua or Talk Tua, her podcast. Remember, she made like a meme coin and people lost money. But she's back.
People lost money. She didn't lose money. It was because like it sounded like he had a little bit of an accent at first, and then like the Tuya, it was sticking in my head. It started to sound like a little bit of a Boston accent.
Yeah,
But
it takes practice.
I don't think he's from Boston.
Where's he from?
Let me see. He's not from L.A.
Oh,
I got it right
he
here.
was in his hometown one time. Is it where The Miz is from?
He's from Hagerstown, Maryland. This is where he was
Oh.
born, according to Wikipedia.
Wow.
Yeah, he lived there through high school. Maryland is
Okay,
not near
cool.
Boston.
No, it's near Maryland, in the Providence of Maryland in America.
It's not too far from D.C.
Oh, for some reason I thought it was like by Maine. For
Nah.
some reason.
Boston's a lot closer to Maine. You got Massachusetts, and then the New Hampshire, Vermont. I always forget which is which, and then Maine.
Vermont.
Yeah.
Vermont.
Then
They're
Vermont.
skiing up there, and I think Bernie Sanders has one of his many houses there.
No wonder he's got the mittens on all the time.
Yeah, he's once again asking you for your money. But anyway, what's mine is yours. And Monday Night Raw is for everybody.
Yeah.
So it came to pass, the prophecy. No one could ever have predicted that we would be threatened, triple threatened, with a good time. Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Io Sky. My early prediction is Io Sky because Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair keep not paying attention to Io Sky. They underestimate Io Sky.
Yeah, I agree. The disrespect has to be negated and proven false. Proven unnecessary because Io Sky can obviously get it done. She is the women's champion. So, yeah, she's got to win. I don't know. I'm just doing the yeah today.
The apology should be louder than the disrespect.
Indeed.
One might say.
That is set for night 2, by the way.
Oh. Night 2, huh?
Yep, 2!
Yeah. So if we're looking at the same thing, it's only Io Sky's Triple Threat and Cody and John Cena for night 2 now.
Mm-hmm.
So night 1 is going to be Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair, GUNTHER and Jay.
Mm-hmm.
Roman versus the other guys are going to lose. And, yeah, I hope. The rest is TBA. And Randy's supposed to still have a match. They're going to have to get him a new opponent.
Mm-hmm.
Some say it could be Nick Aldis because he got RKO'd, but I don't think that's that. I think that's because Randy was upset that he's not on the WrestleMania card because of what happened to Kevin Owens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They could say storyline. Perhaps Randy should have been notified personally that Kevin Owens wouldn't be able to compete, and then him and Aldis could discuss a replacement opponent rather than announce it publicly, and Randy finds out same time as the rest of the world, and he's just caught off guard, and so he gets pissed off, and the voices in his head tell him to hit the RKO.
I think even if he had announced a new opponent, he really wanted to kick Kevin Owens in the head.
He really did want to kick Kevin Owens in the head.
But now it's like, do I want to kick him in the head? Now I'm upset. This happened.
Mm-hmm.
Me kicking him in the head, it's not as bad as what's happening to him. Because he might not, he doesn't know when he's coming back.
Right.
So, hopefully someday.
Yes, especially with neck surgery, everything's up in the air. So, definitely best wishes to Kevin Owens. Please recover. We want you back and healthy.
So the New Day, they wrestled the War Raiders.
Yes.
And the War Raiders cheated. So they got disqualified.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if we're going to do anything with that. Could we get a tag team title match at WrestleMania?
Very likely.
Which would be cool. They announced that there's going to be a gauntlet match with women tag teams. And the winners will face Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez at the pay-per-view, WrestleMania.
WrestleMania.
I'm going to say who I think should win,
Mhm.
and then you tell me who you think. I think it should be Bailey and Lyra Valkyria,
Mhm.
but maybe they don't even make it past the gauntlet matches because we should have an Intercontinental title match in WrestleMania. Women's Intercontinental title match.
So here's a possible scenario. I don't want them to win, but I think Bailey and Lyra will win the gauntlet match. They're gonna get their shot night one, and they're gonna lose. Maybe there'll be a miscommunication or whatever. There'll be a scuffle afterwards between Bailey and the women's IC champ Lyra Valkyria, and then they have a match night two.
I'm fine with that.
It's an easy setup for the IC title match.
Well, they got to do something. Right now,
Mhm.
there's no women's mid-card championships, unless you count the tag team titles as a mid-card championship.
They kind of are.
So Jade Cargill and Naomi are going to make history. It's the first regular-ass women's match at WrestleMania.
Mhm.
There's no belt, nothing. Just one-on-one, like a singles match.
Interesting.
Yeah, apparently that's not been done before.
Hmm.
You know what? Let me ask my friend here. Give me a second
Mhm.
here.
All right, while he is doing that, he is doing his research.
Yes.
I'm going to talk to you guys about clicky keyboards. Now, you may say, oh, I love clicky keyboards. They're fantastic. But, when you live with one and when you're podcasting with one, they're kind of just the bane of your existence. So, there are things you can put on your clicky keyboard to make them not quite so clicky. They are individual little rubber bands, essentially, kind of like that.
But
You got to
like the
pop off
noise.
each. And you used to yell at me for hammering on my keyboard when I'd be over at your house with my laptop.
It's okay when I do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
So far, here's what I got. So at WrestleMania 20,
Mhm.
which I guess I forgot, there was a
We
hair
were there.
versus title. Molly Holly versus Victoria, right? And that was hair versus title. Okay? So
was
that's
Mania
not a
20?
regular singles match.
No,
Well,
it's
that's
not a
what it
regular
says
singles
here,
match.
unless it's wrong. Oh, actually, I think it is wrong. What year was WrestleMania 20? Was it 2004?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I guess so. Maybe we forgot. There's some matches I did forget about that happened there anyway.
I don't remember a lot of the match. I think the one I remember most vividly was it was
Brock
Rock and
Lesnar
Sock.
versus Goldberg.
But
That's
also
the big one.
that was the big one. But also Steve Austin as a guest ref. But
Yeah.
also Rock and Sock versus Evolution.
Christian and Jericho. And Trish Stratus turned on one
that
of them.
too.
She went with that creepy little bastard.
Yup.
Okay. Let's see. WrestleMania. What's XXVII? That's 27?
27. Yes.
Okay. There was Trish Snooki, Trish Stratus, and John Morrison versus Lay Cool and Dolph Ziggler. So then they have Asuka versus Charlotte Flair.
Mm-hmm.
That's all SmackDown's women's. And then there was Alexa versus Randy Orton. So you see, Jade Cargill and Naomi is the first regular women's singles match.
That's not for a title, no stipulations.
Just a singles match. Nothing, just a regular match.
Cool.
And there's no qualifiers. Just women. Period. The end. That's trailblazing.
It is.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
So that's very cool.
Expanding to 2 nights really just opened the door for so much more to be added to the card. Last year, I know that it was a whole thing. It was big, the bloodline and everything, but having Rock and Roman versus Cody and it
What are you
wasn't
saying?
Cena. Rock and Roman versus Cody and who was it? Remind me, I haven't had any sour candies.
Seth Rollins?
Okay, yeah. Seth Rollins is that right? Yes, that is right. And
Night
having that match determine the rules of the title match night 2, it took up a lot of time and like each individual match, and of course, all the hype videos and everything. So if there wasn't all of that, I feel like they could have gotten 1 or 2 more matches on Mania last year. Just
What would
saying.
you have done?
Man, I couldn't even remember who
You'd
was
have
in
to
the
remember
match.
who's active. You have
I
to
got-
remember who had matches.
I would have had Great Khali and Ranjan Singh versus
That's something. You're doing something.
versus Dolph Ziggler and Zack
I
Ryder.
farted again.
Nice,
Yeah.
Zack Ryder. Bring back Zack.
Well, speaking of Zack Ryder, I heard Kevin Owens, and he brought up a good point
Mhm.
that Chelsea Green is copying him. Remember when he had that run as a United States champion?
Oh yeah, and he was calling himself like the Canadian champion, right?
Something like that. No, it was like I don't remember. Basically, like he said that he had to stop doing it because they had Rusev and Del Rio, and he's like, Vince's like, we got a lot of bad foreigners. You can't do that gimmick anymore. And then he was back to Kevin Owens again.
Mhm.
I think it was like the real United States champion or something like that. I don't know. But it's funny that it's 2 Canadians doing that with the United States Championship.
I mean, Canada produces some great wrestlers.
Yeah, I sure do. Speaking of, I don't know what that segue is going to be. Oh, LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu for the
US title.
United States Championship.
I don't know if they give it to Jacob yet. I don't think they give it to Jacob. I think keeping it off of Jacob extends the storyline between Jacob and Solo and Tama.
Especially if they get involved and maybe cost him the United States Championship.
Yes. Or other side of the coin, Jacob wins it, and he is the only member of Bloodline 2.0 to have held a singles title. Main
Wow.
roster.
I like Jacob, so he should win.
I'm definitely a fan of Jacob. I think the next week and a half, obviously, are going to really let us know what's going to happen. Like, a couple of these I'm confident on. This one I'm not solid on yet.
Well, this is all early predictions. So
Yeah.
right now I say Jacob Fatu.
I think I think I say Knight. I think
Okay.
if LA Knight retains because of Tama and Solo's interference and like they screw it up for him or whatever, I think they could complete the turn, have Jacob separate from them.
I think you could still do that. But it depends on when they want to do it.
Hmm.
If they want to do it, they should. But I felt like when they put the belt on LA Knight,
Hmm.
he wasn't going to keep it for long. I don't know. I just think it would be cool if Jacob won. But because if you think about it, Jacob hasn't been pinned like he hasn't lost in singles competition.
Mm-hmm.
He's still undefeated.
Crazy.
So you could keep that going. Like he hasn't been pinned, as far as I know. And you feel free to correct in the comments, which is okay. Because I'm wrong a lot.
Yeah, we're wrong every now and then. It's been known to happen.
AJ Styles, Logan Paul. What do you think of Logan Paul's new finisher? The Pulverizer.
The Pulverizer. Could you remind me what it is? I know I wrote it down somewhere.
A
lot of good
I
that's
guess I
doing me
could
right now.
pull it up. Hopefully
I remember
can
it's
cover
something
it
into something.
up. Pulverizer, Logan Paul, first search thing. Oh, it's a short, so hopefully that doesn't get. All right, so remember, you have to. Well, we can mute it. Doesn't have. You don't have to hear it.
Yeah, you don't need audio for it.
There it goes. Oh, I gotta share it.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. One more time.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's
That's
like
the
a.
Pulverizer.
It's kind of like a side suplex jammy into a DDT.
Yes, it's still cool. I
Like
remember
an Impaler
commenting.
DDT.
It's something that you would pull up in the Creator Wrestler when you're trying to find a move. You're like, oh, that looks cool. They added the Cobra. They call it the Milan Strike.
The Milan Strike. I saw that in my feed today. Random scrolling.
I might use that one. I don't know. We'll see.
So
Back
AJ
to
versus Logan.
WrestleMania.
I think with shenanigans, Logan's gonna go over. I kind of hate it because AJ doesn't have a big win recently. So.
Well, I think AJ Styles could lose, especially like in a way that's underhanded.
Yeah.
You know.
That's
So,
true. And after that, he can get back in the U.S. title picture.
Or the Intercontinental title picture, because he's on Raw.
There you go. That's the one.
I was going to ask, who is the current Intercontinental Champion? Yeah. So let's talk about that. So
I didn't even look at my other screen for that.
Penta, Finn Balor, and Dominik Mysterio. Getting used to this, sorry.
Yeah. So I feel like that match is going to further the rift between Finn and the rest of Judgment Day.
Well, that's a partial answer. I'll accept that. But right now, I think it's Dominik Mysterio.
To win the IC title.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be mad at it. He's doing great work.
His first singles championship on the main roster. Because before he was the North American champion over on NXT.
Oh yeah, but he was a member of the main roster already.
Yeah.
So it's a little gray there.
Yeah, but the North American Championship is not
is an
the
NXT title. Right.
Yeah.
I think I like. Yeah, not Finn Balor. I think I like Dominik winning.
I'll go even further. Dominik Mysterio pins Finn Balor.
If Dom wins, I think that's how it has to happen. Because they don't want Dom to pin Penta, and they don't want him to pin Braun.
Yeah, I think that's what you do, and then Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan stay champions also.
Yeah,
and that leaves Finn looking kind of like a loser, and that'll like further the rift.
You can't win like Finn if Finn can't win.
That's right, Rich Derez.
It's a good soundbite.
Yeah, that's right. You do that. You do it. You do it, okay?
I don't know what the hell to do.
What? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. While we get off air, I'll give you some information that'll help you in the future.
Tutorial. Yeah.
Not so much tutorial, but like I'll see if I can give you access to what I use. Maybe you can do stuff if you want. I don't know. We'll see.
Sweet.
'Cause I just thought of that. I'm like, why don't I just see if you can just use it?
Yeah.
All right. So got the IC title covered.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about now. This is big. So for the first time in a long time, it's gonna be two luchadors in a singles match. It's gonna be Rey Mysterio. It's gonna be El Grande Americano. For what?
Big match.
A singles match.
Mm-hmm. I'm not sure if.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I'm not sure if they've faced each other before, but if they have, it's definitely the first time that Rey and El Grande Americano are facing each other, probably on U.S. soil, but definitely in WWE.
Probably.
This is huge.
Look, it is huge, but I just gotta bring up something: the fact that this year's WrestleMania, there's no Chad Gable. I don't understand it. I don't get it. Like, what do you have to do? What does a guy have to do to get on the card? Are people scared? Like, maybe because he's sick a lot, they don't want to catch it. Maybe they're worried. Maybe they didn't clear him.
Perhaps. I mean, we don't know how many weeks that doctor's note covers.
You know,
Maybe it's more serious than he's leading on.
it could be, but unrelated. Let's talk about WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I think they should do a mask match, mask versus mask,
Ooh.
and the loser have to unmask.
Man, those are some stakes right there.
I know, right?
Yeah. I feel like we've already seen Rey without his mask. So
Yeah.
I think the safe bet is El Grande Americano would win that.
I would like to see what he looks like. Do you think he's
I would too.
bald?
Probably.
Yeah, he's got to be bald.
Mm.
All
Like
right.
even under the mask, it just makes you more aerodynamic.
I was gonna say, speaking of bald, but neither one of these men are bald, and that's Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest,
That's right.
who they have a grudge to settle at WrestleMania.
They do.
A year ago, a few days ago, it was Damian Priest who cashed in on Drew McIntyre, who defeated Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship.
And then
It's been anger ever since.
yeah, Drew has just been on a warpath of bitching and moaning and truth telling.
He does tell the truth.
He's been telling the truth the whole time.
Now, I don't know how involved this match is going to be, because Drew is still hurt. Like, he's wearing an eye patch. He had that glass in his eye, so
Real
we don't
glass,
know
as I
the
understand
extent. It was real glass, apparently,
Mm.
or it wasn't. I don't know. I'm not gonna work myself and just shoot.
Sources nowhere near the situation. Don't tell us shit.
No, nothing, not at all. Let's see.
I think
So,
I
who wins that? I don't know.
I'd love for Drew to win that, but I think it'll be Priest. Unless
right,
Drew does some shenanigans.
I'm going with Drew.
Mm.
You know, just to get that win back from last year.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, it could keep going if they want.
Could.
All right.
It's definitely a heated feud.
Tiffany Stratton, Charlotte Flair for the Women's Championship.
Woo!
the SmackDown WWE Championship. What do you think?
Yep. I think it should be Tiffany.
I think it should be Tiffany, especially after that Friday thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I think they're going to try to inflate those Flair numbers.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather see Charlotte Flair sitting in loser pose at the end of the match, but you all know what it is.
Yeah.
You know what it is.
Yeah.
You know what it looks like.
Yeah. Oh, I know what it looks like. I think we have it here, don't we?
Oh, I don't know. Do you?
Oh, it's somewhere.
I
think this is it.
No.
The old CC. And I'm not talking about crowd control. It's the old creative control, brother.
Yeah. Nervous about that. Because between the two, Tiffany's more over.
Yeah.
Charlotte?
So I think I know what happened, right? I think we talked about this last week when we talked about the sit-down interview that they did. The Triple H regime is a little less hands-on with what talent is gonna say when they're out there. Like they're scripting less, they're bullet pointing more, and I think some people that has really helped. I think Charlotte has not quite thrived as much in that environment. Just an opinion based on my guess of what looks like is happening.
I think Chicago rattled her.
Could be.
You know, she was getting Dominik Mysterio.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that heat. You know, whatever it is about her, they just like. I have a theory.
Mm-hmm.
It's not original. I've heard it before, but maybe it's confirmation bias. But I feel like the problem with Charlotte Flair is she hasn't changed. It's always, I'm the queen, blah, blah, blah. Look at me, I'm the queen. But, much like Roman, when Roman first came, he still had the Shield music. He was still dressed for the Shield. It was the same guy. And he didn't get over. Because I was all in. I was in. But
he was the big dog, suffer and succotash.
Yeah, but the majority was like, no. They rejected him. It wasn't until he evolved into the tribal chief.
Mm-hmm.
You know, to put it into Pokemon terms, it was not until he became the Charizard that he was taken seriously.
Right.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
They were tired of Charmander and the one in the middle.
Charmeleon.
You know, there you go. But then when he Charizarded, everybody was like, yay. You know? So, Becky Lynch, the man. You know, people evolve. Bailey, role model.
Yep.
You gotta. She's the only one that really hasn't. As soon as she got into that queen shit, that's all it's been. What do you think?
Maybe the queen needs to fall. I'm not quite sure. So okay, so if Charlotte loses,
do bum ass Charlotte.
No, I don't think you could do. I don't think you could do bum ass Charlotte. I mean, maybe they could like be like, oh, she's paying 3 alimonies. Like what?
Oh my God, that's right. And she's like wrestling all the time. Like she has to go to all the house shows. She got to make all the towns.
She's selling the merch herself.
No, let's not go that far. You know how like they used to have it with, and I'm not saying that they're not cool. I like the Street Profits, who are the current SmackDown Tag Team Champions. There you go, Red Solo Cup.
Yep.
Not
sponsored.
What was I saying? Oh, you know how they do the commercials with the WWE shop in the background? It's like, oh, check it. Charlotte's got to do that. She got to do all the things.
That'd be great.
Know? Yeah, that'd be.
She should
yeah,
be on
pretty
Cameo
cool.
for like $20.
Dude, do you? I know, like she's not super over, but that would sell a lot. Like 20
Yeah, it would.
bucks. That's amazing. You know
Mm.
how much you have to pay for like a meet and greet?
Yeah, but you know how like I don't remember who it was. A couple years ago, someone gave out someone's phone number. Was it
Oh
did
shit!
Sami Zayn give out Mrs. phone number or something like that?
I don't
I'm
know.
I'm probably
Maybe
wrong as far as who and who, but someone gave out
allegedly.
someone's phone number and like the next week they came back, they were exhausted, like the phone just keeps ringing. Like they could kind of like do something like that, like make a fake phone number and be like, oh, get a call from Charlotte, just text this number and she'll call you and wish you a happy birthday or whatever.
Well, either way, something's got to
Dollar
give.
95 a minute, but really there's no charge and you just get routed to like a WWE recording.
Look, she's got to pay alimony. Is the point? That's what we're doing here.
Mhm.
All right. Well, I don't know what else to do with her.
I mean, that
That's
kind
not
of
my
almost
job.
is that's kind of like in the same vein as bum ass Corbin, but Corbin did it really well. That whole thing was great.
I was gonna say she stops wearing makeup, but I don't know. I don't think that's as good for like a woman as it is for like a man to stop taking care of himself.
I would say it depends on the woman. I would say in this case, let's put a pin in that for
Okay.
like a maybe. Call that a maybe.
All right.
All right.
So, Gunter versus Jay, and Jay Uso, he's not afraid. He's no
To
longer
take a
afraid.
stand.
He admitted he was afraid, and now he's not afraid. I learned something. Apparently, Gunter has a mother, and
What?
Jay has a mother. Let that sink in.
Crazy.
What'd you think? I mean, obviously, if you guys saw the live stream, we didn't think much of it.
hmm
I thought it wasn't the subject matter. The delivery was fine. I mean, not the delivery. What he said, fine. It's like more of the same to me. The delivery, like you felt it,
hmm
but you do that to my brother. We don't have anything to say to each other. I'm braining you with that microphone,
Yep.
and that's the least of your worries. But he's like, I gotta pray about what I'm gonna do to you and all this. It's like, okay, sure.
Like maybe I think what could have been better.
He's gonna win.
Gunther comes out, taunts the hell. Yeah, Gunther's winning. Gunther comes out, taunts the hell out of Jay, replays the footage of him wiping Jimmy's blood all over him or whatever, and Jay just unable to break the zip ties or whatever. Jay's music hits. Maybe you still do the stupid thing and have him come through the fans, right? But Pierce is ready and has tons of security surround the ring so Jay cannot get to Gunther. Pierce's defense is this is the world title match. He can't risk either of them getting injured by them, to trying to get their hands on each other because the match is too important for WrestleMania. He bans Jay from the building. Gunther stays because he's the champ. Champions, call it champion's prerogative or champion's privilege, whatever you want. But as much as Jay tries, he can't get to Gunther. And think about how much more frustrated that would make Jay going into Raw next week, the go home, and then going into Mania.
Yes.
Like we hate the pull apart, but don't even let it get to a pull apart. They don't touch. There's so much security, they don't touch. Gunther's just standing in the ring laughing at Jay's futile attempts. He can't even get by a couple of rent-a-cops. They could have made that good. Not saying what they gave us wasn't good. I don't know the grand plan. I don't claim to at all.
Still have one Monday to go.
That's right. So, there's still a lot more they could do. I think what they gave us this past week, I think the performances were good. I didn't love the material. That's me.
Okay. All right. So, I know you have Gunther.
Yeah.
I have a feeling it's gonna be Jay. Because after all that, and he still loses, it's like just putting him down and throwing him in the trash. I feel like after all this, and he still loses, I don't know. It's just that as soon as I think about the match, I just hear, "If you smell what The Rock is booking." You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I mean, Rock is the boss, but Triple H has the pencil.
Well, who's to say that's not what Triple H wants too?
It's a question mark. I'm not confident that they're going to go with Gunther.
I think they created a monster. Because when you think about it,
Mm-hmm.
the yeet thing.
Mm-hmm.
Jay's just trying to be serious. And over here yeeting while he's trying to talk to Gunther all serious and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one part's like, you know what I'm saying? You know, like I'm sorry I interrupted.
You go home, you tell your wife and your kids that you're not coming home with the title. Yeet!
Yes. One child, by the way.
And I love I don't know if it's done with AI or if it's done in 2K or whatever, but like the memes that I've seen of like someone talking and you got Jacob like doing his crazy thing and just inching closer to whoever the hell. I think you've probably seen it.
I've seen those. I share them. But
They're
I
wacky.
think that's like older. Maybe it's a 2K game and they extracted the sprites from it. Or what do they call them?
The character models.
Yeah, the character models and did stuff with them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to do that. I could probably figure it out, but I don't got time for that shit. But it's cool that other people do it.
Yeah.
All right. Were you saying something about Gunther? Or are you okay to move on to?
I'm good. I'm good to move
the
on. At the moment, Gunther is my pick, but I don't know.
Well, the final segment. We're gonna talk briefly, maybe Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Seth Rollins. Right now, I acknowledge the Tribal Chief, but let's talk about this. So Paul Heyman came out, and Paul Heyman said some stuff, you know, and then here comes Seth Rollins. Basically, Seth Rollins starting bodily harm to Paul Heyman, puts his hands on him. CM Punk comes out. Rollins was saying that, like, Roman left you hanging. CM Punk didn't help you. You know? And then, like, I could just do you a favor and take you out right now. And then you won't even have to worry about WrestleMania. Out comes Punk. I'm pretty sure Seth took Heyman's pocket square.
Yeah. The old hanky.
So this ends with Seth getting the upper hand. And Rollins goes to stomp Heyman. He doesn't, and claims that now Paul Heyman owes him a favor. What do you think of that?
I don't know if Heyman will agree. I mean, Heyman clearly didn't seem to agree. I shouldn't use the word clearly and seem in the same sentence here, but Heyman didn't seem to agree to that favor. I feel like Heyman would disagree that he owes him a favor because all he did was stop before he assaulted him. It definitely adds to the intrigue of the match. I don't think it adds the question of could Heyman possibly be in Seth's corner as far as the favor. I think that was just said. But it's not out of the question for Heyman to leave WrestleMania alongside Seth Rollins. Because if you can't choose between A and B, you don't want to offend either of them. You don't want to choose one over the other. Don't choose either. Go the other way. Yes, he'll piss them both off. But it is not out of the realm of possibility. I think Seth can go over here. Seth over Punk, by the way. Seth would pin Punk.
All right. So here's what I think. I think you actually might be right. Definitely right. About 100%. But on the off chance, I don't. He has to keep his word to Punk. So he's going out there with Punk. He will be hitting his corner.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, no one has stated how long he has to be in his corner.
Right.
Did he specify he has to be in his corner for the whole match? He could easily switch to Roman.
Mm-hmm.
Or, let's take into consideration what happened to Paul Heyman. Roman Reigns disappeared, left him at the mercy of Solo and his goons, terrorized him. Like, you could see him physically changing, and he just left him alone. He asked Punk, and you brought this up, to take him with him, and he didn't. And then he got put through a table. So maybe Paul Heyman's thinking about that stuff. Now, I could say I don't like it, but it looks like maybe it's that. I just don't see Seth Rollins working with Paul Heyman. Matter of fact, I hate it. I think Seth Rollins does enough talking by himself. Like, what are we doing? Are we in a soft Seth Rollins renaissance here?
Rewind 10 years, 12 years. Did Punk need Heyman?
You're right.
Does Roman need Heyman to talk for him?
I'd argue that he doesn't, but it doesn't hurt.
Right. They
the
play
fact
off
that
each
Roman doesn't
really
make
well.
every show, and Heyman is usually stands in for Roman Reigns to promote him.
Wise man.
Yeah, doing wise man doing wise man shit.
But I mean, it would just be an interesting new wrinkle in the whole storyline. It would shift Raw a bit.
I was just hoping that the disdain for CM Punk would put Roman and Seth together, that Seth doesn't care if Roman wins or he wins. He wants CM Punk to lose. And that I have to put aside all that shit and work together. But after Monday, I don't think that's going to happen now.
Right.
That's what I was thinking before I watched Raw.
Yeah, I think the wrinkle of Heyman being in Punk's corner, it I mean, maybe not. Maybe I'm thinking the opposite. I was gonna say maybe the wrinkle of Heyman being in Punk's corner shifts that a bit, but maybe it doesn't. Maybe it actually tips the favor in scales of that to where Seth and Roman realize, okay, Punk has the wise man, so Heyman has been advising him, even if not on how to beat Roman, he's probably advising him on how to beat Seth for certain. So maybe Seth says to Roman, "How do you know Heyman is not feeding him information on how to beat you?" And so yeah, they can team up to put down Punk. And I feel like in that scenario, once Punk is down, Roman lays out Seth, pins Punk.
What if? Okay. All right. Because Seth Rollins is the architect.
Mm-hmm.
What if there's a plan we don't know about?
Certainly could be.
Right? It's too much here. It's too much. That's too much. Honestly, right now I don't know.
Starting to think of like people that that Seth Rollins rather could come out with in his corner to surprise Heyman, and I think at that point I'm just overbooking.
Yeah, at this point,
I know one person it wouldn't be.
this proves. Well, yeah, he's busy, taking nails on his back.
Well,
But that's besides the point.
Well, no, I was kind of thinking more of like Heyman's history. It wouldn't be a certain father-in-law.
Oh, no, probably not.
He's fired.
Yes. Damn, I don't know, man. It's just too much to think about for this match. And this is one of those things where story is important.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're not so much concerned over how the wrestling gonna go, but like what's happening, what's this drama, like what's Heyman gonna do? It's not about moves, it's a story here.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of that here.
I've said it 1,000 times. I like not being able to predict what's going to happen because that means they're thinking outside the box. They are trying. That means that WWE creative Triple H knows what guys like us that have been watching wrestling for over years, right? What we expect. He knows how we think, and he can take that and take us on a journey that we don't expect. I like that.
Tony Khan, not Tony Khan, the other Khan.
Nick Khan.
Our Khan, that's right.
Yeah.
Nick Khan said in an interview somewhere, they don't pay attention to the internet shit, apparently. They're just trying to make like family-friendly entertainment for kids too, because they're the future of everything, and they want to keep it growing.
Yeah, Cody telling Rock to go fuck himself. That's family friendly.
That's yes. Yeah. I hear what you're saying.
I'm not complaining. I'm just saying I don't consider that family friendly.
True.
I family
what
fine.
do you think? What do you think predominantly, in this WrestleMania predictions episode? Of course, there will be a predictions episode, but we're just, shooting the shit about Raw here. Want to know what you think about what's going to go on. Who do you think Randy's opponent should be at WrestleMania? And should we have some SmackDown Tag Team title match? Should it be officially Raw Tag Team title match? What about Chelsea Green? Who's she wrestling? Is she wrestling? Lyra Valkyria versus Bayley at WrestleMania? ? Or are they in the tag team title match? ? All this and more. I want to know. I want to know what you think about that.
Yes, and before we close it out, I don't think we talked about Cody versus Cena.
Well, I was going to save that for the big show.
Oh.
But we can talk about here.
All right.
'cause
I
it's
thought we
very
were running down
important.
the whole card as is so far, but all
Yeah,
right.
you're right. So Cody versus Cena, I just think John Cena should win.
Yeah.
I want John Cena. I don't know if it spoils anything, but Cena's got a few dates after WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
That could mean anything. Doesn't mean he wins the belt, but he
True.
should win the belt, the championship. I'm sorry, a belt holds up your pants.
That's right. The title.
Apparently,
Cena winning the title is more compelling.
yeah,
Because-
I want that. I should go
'cause-
for it.
Right, because then we don't know what's going to happen. Is he ever going to show up on TV again? Or is he just going to win and poof, can't see him? That's probably not what he's going to do.
I think he's coming back. I think he's going to be. I think regardless of what he says, he'll come back around.
What if we get like a new heel Cena belt?
What do we get? What do we get? That's you. You're doing it now. You're doing what Cena
Maybe it'll
said.
just be like
a spinner
black.
belt.
No. Black strap, black WWE logo, Cena. It just says Cena. It's plain. It's all black, and that's it. I don't know.
Or
Maybe
he just keeps it at home, and it's invisible. You know, just like you say about me.
Or what if he pulls a Mox and just keeps it in a bag? Because it's
a
just
briefcase, actually. Actually,
Could keep it in a briefcase and be like, it's just a thing. I'm the champion. You don't need to see the title. You know I'm the champ.
Well, I don't like copying AEW, so I
It's
hope
not quite copying. It's
I
different.
mean, if you're keeping it in a briefcase, like Moxley's doing, like you have not seen
Oh,
that
he's
championship.
He's keeping it in the briefcase now?
Yeah, it's always been
thought-
in there. He's
No, it was
never
in
had
a-
it out.
It was in a bag
No.
for a while, like a velvet bag.
Well,
thought
it's a
earlier on.
briefcase now.
Good, they're leveling up.
There was a whole thing, like Cope tried to break the briefcase. So this goes to show how long you've been gone for AEW, the AEW.
You know, I might have some time this week to watch and maybe talk about it next week.
Oh my God!
But next week's going to be a big episode.
It's huge.
Or is
It's a
it?
huge episode? I don't know.
I mean,
You tell me.
might be a little brief. I'm flying solo next week.
Oh my God! You're spoiling everything.
Spoiler alert. Yeah. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
all right. Listen, let me tell you guys. Hold on a second. Let me tell you guys. So, apparently, Basement Jer figured out a way to write into this brand new contract that we had the whole legal team write it up. He wrote in there a fucking vacation.
You know.
I didn't see anything about that. No one told me about it. No one cleared it with me. What do I pay these lawyers for? You're
I
all
don't know.
fired. Fuck you all. You suck.
Wow,
Fired.
that's a lot of basement dollars they're not getting.
Yeah. So next week for the WrestleMania prediction episode. And not only that, for the Raw live stream.
That's right.
It's just me.
Mr. Riz is going to need you to come and hang out. Because, I'm going on vacation with my wife. You know, champion's got a champion. You know, travel the world.
It must
know?
be nice.
I think it's quite nice, actually.
As always, I, Rich the Riz, a former champion of the people, I am here for you.
You're full of shit. I had to do an AEW thing by myself.
That's AEW. That's freaking Outlaw Mud Show bullshit.
Oh my God! The sickos are gonna come after you. I can't protect you.
You can come after me with the fucking barbed wire bats.
Oh my God! Before you make any more people mad, was there anything else you wanted to say about John Cena and Cody? Does The Rock show up finally? The Rock.
I don't know. I mean, this is another match that there's some question marks. I think the most definite thing I can say is Cena's winning. I think it's probably going to be by hook and by crook. I think there's going to be some shenanigans. Will it be The Rock? I don't know. Will it be Travis Scott? Maybe.
Please no.
It could be someone else that aligns with Cena and Rock. But it's like the main events, the big matches here, they're not just big matches just to be big matches. I like this. There's important high level storylines going on. And
High
I
level
think
shit.
yeah. I think this WrestleMania is going to be a win as long as everyone comes out healthy, which is all we can really hope for. Sorry, Kevin Owens has to go for surgery. Wish him well in that, of course, again. But
KO.
you remember the last couple of Manias before they went to 2 nights didn't have nearly this much hype.
No, I don't think so.
There wasn't a lot of anticipation, and there is now.
That's right, Rich Rose. I can't wait till WrestleMania next Saturday. I'm gonna be exhausted.
We will be live streaming. He will be here.
I will be here. I will be straight from the road, literally, into WrestleMania, and I hope to see you all there to watch me successfully defend my championship both nights. Or maybe there is a win. Who knows? It's unpredictable. He's the undisputed CFO, apparently. That's a chief financial officer.
That's right, I am.
Says it on his shirt. All right, everybody. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for listening. Patreon.com/basementbookerspod. Jesus Christ.
The other one's coming. I promise. It'll get here. But yeah, leave us comments down below. Let us know your early predictions. What do you think Randy Orton is going to do at Mania? What do you think of what else will be added? Who's going to win what? Let us know down below. The link's in the Patreon. And as always, Jay's got a party message.
The match of life is scheduled for one fall. So make it count.
Do what the man says.
Follow the bookers. If you don't, it's going to be a disaster. You should do it. Follow the bookers. Get all the Basement Bookers podcast news every day.